This Sunday Funday is dedicated to the mothers, a garden of grace blooming in every hue. Just like the women who raise us, guide us, and love us, these roses stand tall, vibrant and full of life. Surrounded by nature's peace, they remind us that love, like flowers, takes root, grows strong, and leaves the world more beautiful. Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day to every woman who has helped a child bloom. Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. Today we celebrate all the amazing women who have poured love, wisdom, and strength into the life of a child. Mothers, aunties, sisters, cousins, godmothers, bonus moms, and every caregiver who's made a difference. To the ones who show up, lift spirits, wipe tears, and give hugs that heal. Thank you. You may not wear a cape, but your superpower is love, and this world shines brighter because of you. Happy Mother's Day to all the crafty queens out there. May your bobbins always be full, or your scissors never go missing, and your laser settings be just right on the first try. To the mamas who sew joy into every stitch, who embroider love into every gift, and who laser cut their way through life with creativity and heart, you are the pattern we all follow. Enjoy your day. Take a break from the seam ripper. And remember, if mama ain't stitching, nobody's stitching. Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. Today we honor who loved it, the child. Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. Today we honor every beautiful soul who has nurtured, guided, uplifted a child. Mothers, aunties, sisters, cousins, mentors, and chosen family. To the ones who stayed up late, cheered the loudest, wiped the tears, and gave hugs that made everything better. You are the heartbeat of love and care. Whether by birth, by choice, or by role, you have shaped futures with your strength, wisdom, and grace. Thank you for showing up, for pouring love into others, and for being the light that guides the way. You are.
Come on.
Thank you for
Hey,
showing
hey,
up,
hey.
That was nice.
for being
Hey,
the light that guides the way.
hey, happy Mother's Day.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, how's everybody? Okay, please do, Ruji, so you can hear the music from the beginning. Thank you all for joining us. How's everybody doing this evening? Happy Mother's Day. I hope you all that were here like the music. It was new. It was new. It was new today. And we have a new outro, so you got to stay for the outro. If not, you got to definitely make sure you listen to it. So, all right, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Linda.
Happy Mother's Day, Miss Sean. Yes.
All right. So,
Hey.
let's see. What you been up to? What you been up to?
Nothing. I've been working on a baby quilt for my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. I'm working on that and yeah.
Yep. So, I've been embroidering. Oh my God. So, I just finished my last shirt order. It was one with mama on the sleeve, and so I have to just clean up the threads. I did a whole bunch of patches yesterday,
Mm,
and a bunch of other T-shirts that I had to embroider. So I've been embroidering, and then tonight I have to finish my orders for. I have a couple signed orders, so I got to get those out of here, and then I have some cake topper orders that I got to get out of
mm,
here. So I'll
mhm.
be on the laser. I'll be on the laser. And then what else? Oh my God. I got an order for some suspenders. So I will be making some leather suspenders. But before I make them out of the leather, because he ordered some ostrich, and oh my God, the ostrich is beautiful.
Mm.
So once I do that, ooh, let's see. Let's see who all's here. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I see
Happy Mother's Day.
Unbiased, Miss Rachel. I see Up Designs, DB, Shay Shay, Miss Chrissy, Miss Beverly, Rougie, Miss Jennifer, Miss Patricia, Mom, welcome in. Welcome
Hey,
in,
Mom.
everybody.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
So, yes, so that's what I've been doing. Yesterday, though, let me tell y'all. So I had to do a proposal for one of the guys that one of the fraternities that I have a license for. So I had to do a proposal for them. So I was out early yesterday morning going to do the proposal because I had to be there for 9 o'clock. Well, well, no, 8:45. So 8:45. So I went and did that. And let me just tell y'all, it was so funny. So I did the proposal and then I came back and I was like, "Ooh, let me stop by the leather store." Well, the leather store was closed. Nothing opens till 10, and I didn't realize that. So the leather store was closed. But I ran over roll because in the same parking lot as the leather store is also Nacho Mama quilt store. And so I went to Nacho Mama's, and let me tell you, they had a busload of people in there. Now, granted, they do not open until 10 o'clock either. And I was on the phone with Miss Sherry, and she was like, "You should stop. You should stop. If they're in there, there's people in there. Just go in there, see if they turn you around." And I was like, "Okay." So I went in there. I was like, "If they turn me around, I'm like, I'm gonna act like I was on the bus too." So
Oh, boy.
but the funny thing was the owner of the store was there, and she knew I wasn't on the bus. She said, "Hey." I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I told her I stopped by because I wanted to see if she had the Tula Pink's 50th material, and they didn't have it in yet. So she was like, "We don't have it in yet." I was like, "Okay." So I instead though, I did get a couple of fat quarters. So they have their Halloween stuff out already.
Oh,
And so
wow.
I picked up they had in their Halloween stuff, they had a houndstooth pattern.
Pounds too.
And I
Okay.
yeah, I like houndstooth. And so I think that's gonna be really neat to put in that would be a really cute liner in one of like a small bag or a bag for a guy. Like if I'm making one of those, remember those pouches we were making? Like this would be good for inside of that. And then they had this little Halloween fabric here with the like the little what is this? It looks like a newspaper, but it's like a newspaper fabric. And it's got all the different things for Halloween on it. What you working on over there, Miss Linda? You on mute or something?
I'm trying to change my Martelli blade. I got it.
Oh, okay, you got it. Okay. What about Christmas in July? Ooh,
Ooh,
Halloween already. I know, Miss Jennifer. No, so Christmas in July.
ooh.
I do want to talk about that with you all. So I wanted to see if anybody wanted to do a Christmas in July project because I know we have some new quilters out there. We can make something pretty simple. And I think we have maybe two options, an advent calendar or what was the other? Oh, a table runner. And so both of them are very easy sews and we could sew it together.
Hmm.
So think about it. I'm going to post the poll inside of the group. If you're not in our Facebook group, make sure you go join and you can join the poll. So we're going to do Christmas in July. We'll have everything. Look at Miss Jennifer. Me. We'll have everything out there. The patterns where I will either be created by me or something free. So we won't have to pay for them. So I'm going to try to do something that's going to be inexpensive. So and the key to this is use what you got. So you don't have to go out and buy anything. Now, if you're new to quilting and you don't have fabric, that's different. But if you got some stuff, we can use what you got. So I also picked up some colors. This is like poppies, and I just thought this was so cute. I love the placemats too.
That's nice.
That was cute. These are cute.
That,
It's flower. Excuse me. It's all floral patterns. But what I found is in the inside of my handbags, the floral patterns have been really, really good.
Hey, Miss Sherry.
Hey, Miss Sherry, welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So I'm trying to think. What was the other thing? So the other thing that I did, it was mostly I was just getting out my orders and trying to figure out um one the pattern that I want to use for the suspenders that I'm going to make. And so I plan on cutting those suspenders and all that. Tonight with you guys, we're going to talk about cutting and our cutting notions and things like that. Ooh, Miss Jennifer said she went to the fabric store yesterday.
Ooh.
I bet she found some pretty things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, and look, the ladies that were in the quilt shop when I went there yesterday, they had been to Missouri Star. So they were from Corpus Christi. They had went all the way up to Missouri Star. They said they had been gone for like 5 days or something. So they really, really had been going.
I bet you that was fun.
So Miss Jennifer says she got yellow and gray and white for a pinwheel quilt. Ooh, that she wants to try. Pinwheel quilts are so pretty. They are so pretty. Miss Patricia said it's good to use light colors and bags so that you can find things in them, especially the big bags. You are so right, Miss Patricia. Hey, Jenny, welcome in. Happy Mother's Day to you all. So I want to do something that I normally don't do. So one of the things that I want to do, because unless you go back and listen to the beginning, now that sounds like fun. Now, Miss Sherry, let me tell you what those ladies said. They had a great time. They said they really had a great time and they had been like enjoying it, and it's like a field trip, and they were on their way back home and they were stopping at fabric stores on the way back. So like that's how Nacho Mamas knew to be open because of that. So yes, yes, yes. Now, Miss Linda, you want to tell the people, you want to show the people part of the quilts you've been working on that you finished already?
Yes. Well, I gotta do the outside, but
Okay.
yes, I will. I will.
Now, while you showing them that, I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna have it down low. I'm gonna play the song from the intro so that the people that weren't here could actually hear. Look, let me tell you what that owl is gorgeous. Uh-oh. Well, hold on one second, Miss Linda, because I messed up.
This Sunday Funday is dedicated to the mothers, a garden of grace, blooming in every hue. Just like the women who raise us, guide us, and love us, these roses stand tall, vibrant and full of life. Surrounded by nature's peace, they remind us that love, like flowers, takes root, grows strong, and leaves the world more beautiful. Happy Mother's
That is
Day.
so pretty.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to every woman who has helped a child bloom. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
That's pretty.
Today we celebrate all the amazing women who have poured love, wisdom, and strength into the life of a child. Mothers,
I like
aunties,
that.
sisters, cousins, godmothers, bonus moms, and every caregiver who's made a difference. To the ones who show up, lift spirits, wipe
I like
tears,
that.
and give hugs that heal.
Yes.
You may not wear a cape, but
Yes,
your
ma'am. This is Juju.
superpower is
This
love,
design's by
and
Juju.
this world shines
Yes.
brighter because of you. Happy Mother's Day to all the crafty queens out there. May your bobbins always be full, but your scissors never go missing, and your laser settings be just right on the first try. To the mamas
Yes.
who sow joy into every stitch, who embroider love into every gift, and who laser cut their way through life with creativity and heart. You are the pattern we all follow. Enjoy your day. Take a break from the seam ripper. And remember, if mama ain't stitching, nobody's stitching. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Today we honor who left a child. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Today we honor every beautiful soul who has nurtured, guided, uplifted a child. Mothers, aunties, sisters, cousins, mentors, and chosen family. To the ones who stayed up late, cheered the loudest, wiped the tears, and gave hugs that made everything better. You are the heartbeat of love and care. Whether by birth, by choice, or by role, you have shaped futures with your strength, wisdom, and grace. Thank you for showing up, for pouring love into others, and for being the light that guides the way. You are celebrated today and always.
That's it. That was a
That is
song. That was
nice.
a song. Let me go turn it off. Hold on, I'm gonna turn it off. My bad.
This Sunday Fun Day is dedicated.
Okay. I just wanted you all to hear it again because I loved it. I thought it was so cool. I was up all night making the song. I'm like, oh my God, just trying to figure out what words I wanted in it and then the sound. So don't forget, like before we get off of here, there's another one at the end. So you gotta listen to that too. Okay. All right. So, oh, here's one more thing. So this is the last thing that I bought from Nacho Mama's Quilt. They have the little zipper pouch. It's like a triangle. It reminds me, I thought I had made one of these before, but I don't think so. But I like how it looks. And I was thinking about, this could be something that you put on like your keychain or something and have it as like a clear pouch. Like if you were going into a football game, sports while schools are ending right now, sports season is coming up. And so making something like this in all clear would be also something you could put your credit card in, change in, and it's not so bulky. You ain't got to worry about it. Because when you go into those venues, now all venues are no, like you have to have clear bags and all of that. So, and then it has all different types of different ways you make the pouches. An earbud carrier. Yes, ma'am. It could put your earbuds in there too. It sure could. And they have several little sizes. And it says it could actually be a bag for poop bags for dogs if you're walking your dog too. So it could carry that too. Miss Linda. All right, so
Yes,
let's go
ma'am.
back to this
I know.
beautiful quote that you made by Designs by Juju. So what do you think? It's you got it together. It looks so nice. What were like the hardest parts of it?
For me, I think it was last minute. It's for a girl about the colors. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? To me, it
Yeah.
was the colors, but everything else was good though.
Now, is it material or is a lot of that thread? So you want to grab it again? Is it like material or is it a lot? Is it all thread?
Applique, applique, applique,
Okay. Okay.
applique.
Okay.
It's all applique,
It's so
and it
pretty.
really came out really nice. I like it.
Mhm. It
Yes, came out
looks really
nice.
good. Look, okay, so now you've been using applique. So, what scissors did you use to cut those out? Okay. So that's the deep curve scissors. Are those
Yeah.
different squares sewn together, Miss Linda?
Yes, this it's a step. It's a step you go through. You know, your owl's one. Your owl is one, and then you got two, three, four. You know, it's this row
Mhm.
because when I first did it, I called Miss Shawn and I said, but I had this all together, and it was this big old gap right here,
Mhm.
and these just little pieces that she put in, and I had them up there, and I was like, hold up, and I went back to the step by step, and that's when I realized, okay, this and this, I had to put them in there to fill up them spots. You're gonna know it, but yeah,
Mhm.
and then down the sides. I don't know how this is gonna look, but I'm gonna show y'all anyway. This is how it's going to be down the sides. Oh, this is the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh, that's gonna be so
Okay.
cute.
And that's how down the
Yeah.
sides. It's done. And it's a done deal after that. Um,
Now, did you use your scan and cut, or you just laid it on there and cut it out with your scissors?
I laid it and cut it.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
let me tell you about Juju, and I don't know if everybody knows. Juju don't give you no cut files. You don't get
Okay.
no cut files. Now, if Juju toy in it, like the sound of the you know what? That's a good idea, Mama. But I don't know, but that's a good idea. But my thing
Mhm.
is, this is a newborn child, and hopefully, this is a heirloom. Um,
Mhm.
you know, so um, yeah, I'll be kind of scared about that. Maybe
Okay.
maybe two, maybe three, maybe yeah, maybe three, four. But otherwise, I'll be kind of scared about that because stuff happens, and yeah.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
it was really
So
easy. It's really easy, and this is friendly for a single needle. For instance, I didn't know till after I did the owl and the rabbit. I think that's a rabbit.
mhm.
There's the whole pieces. I didn't see that till later on. That's why it's half a pieces. This is yeah, I really like it.
So then
I
that
think my
means
gift.
you could have used your single needle and used a 5x7 hoop or something like that to do those smaller ones
Yeah,
and
but if
then
I'm
get
not
it in.
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, if you can give me a minute, I think this is this is not a 5x7. Actually, it's a 5x7 and 6x10. That's it.
Okay. 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 Five by
But
seven,
you
six
know
by ten.
what? You
Okay.
can use you can, and that's a good idea. That's good information, Michonne. You can use your 5x7, but let me tell you something else you can use for anybody who owns a 5x12. If you know
Mhm.
how to use that hoop on your single needle, you can get
Mhm.
more. Thank you, Mama. You can get more leverage and stuff if you got the 5x12 repositional hoop. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So now with the colors, how did you go about picking your colors? Because sometimes we don't think of fabric as a notion, but fabric is a notion.
Well, let me tell you. I don't know if you guys remember. Um, we was talking the last time I was live with y'all.
Mhm.
Um, you remember the pack I told you that I saw? I thought it was so beautiful at Walmart.
Mhm.
It's green, blue, pink, yellow.
Okay.
Green, blue, pink, yellow. And I used that fabric. I
Okay.
used all this and plain yeah, all this and plain pink, as you can see some of the pink, regular pink in there. But that was it.
Do you
And I
recall
just
the name
used
of the blanket?
this blanket is called Sugar and Spice.
Okay.
Sugar and Spice. Can you do the rabbit in one? Yes, ma'am. You can. Yes, ma'am. And it's called Sugar and Spice.
Yeah, and then there's a boy version, right, too. So there's a
Yes,
girl
ma'am.
version and a boy version.
Yeah, Sugar and Spice baby quilt. And there's a boy version too. I'm sorry. Miss Christina, Gifted Hands. What's the boy version name? Yeah,
Do you
it's really beautiful.
So let me ask you a question. So is it all do you have your backing on there?
No, I didn't do one at a time, Miss Sean. As you
Okay.
can see, I didn't do that.
Okay.
And
What are you
no,
gonna
I
put
didn't.
on the back?
I am gonna lay another batten on it.
Snips and snails. Yes, I think that's it. I think that's it, Renee.
Okay, I'm gonna lay another batten on the back, and
Mhm.
the back might be yellow, yellow or purple.
Okay. Okay. Well, especially if you're gonna do another batting, because then what you'll do is go back and stitch in the ditch some. Okay.
Yep. And you know me, I might go ahead on. I can't do too much Miss Shawn, I might have to quilt the new batting and the back together, and
And
then
then add
somehow
it.
attach them. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Miss Jennifer says you have
No, ma'am.
Minky.
No, ma'am, and no, Miss Patricia. No. I actually do own a serger. I supposed to be getting Miss Shawn. My aunt threaded it for me when she gave it to me, but the grandkids did something, and now she's not threaded, so she has to be rethreaded. But I do own the serger. No, ma'am, I'm
No.
not using Minky. Actually, I do have Minky. I have a roll of black Minky, but no, mm-mm,
Yeah, I'm
no.
using Minky on this baby quilt that I'm making, but Imma
Mhm.
have to go through and take out some of these stitches on that one that I had on the long arm because I need to update my software. Like there was a problem, which is the problem that I've been seeing, and it's been corrected with the software update. So I need to get my software updated.
Well, I
I
have
wish it would.
another question for you.
Mhm.
Since Miss Jennifer asked you, um, okay, so Christmas in July. Okay, you gave us those two options. Are we
Mhm.
gonna do another semi Christmas thing? Because don't forget, we were supposed to be doing panels. You
Yeah.
remember? We were supposed to
Yes.
be doing panels, and you said, well, since you're gonna do panels, you can go ahead and try to maybe get one of your Santa Clauses done.
Yep. And so we can definitely do a panel. Um, that might be maybe that could be a June target. So let me find a really good panel. Or if people, I'll put two polls in the group to see if people already have a panel or if they want me to find a panel for them that's inexpensive that they can purchase. When I say inexpensive, I mean under $10, or
Well,
$10 or less.
you was just at the Christmas Santa Haven.
I
That
know,
lady store
I
I
know.
racked up at. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
always find something. I got plenty of them. I just
Hmm.
need to figure out what I want to do with them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just received
So,
a surgery today. Hopefully, I will learn to use it. Kanaya,
ooh,
baby,
congratulations.
I would love that class too. Like I said, I have one. I just don't know. She's gonna sit over there and collect all the dust.
We have to pull out. Maybe we need to find a surgery day.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
get on video and do a surgery day or something like that, and everybody just do a video in the in our from our Facebook group people and see who wants to do surgery day or something like that, and have a
yeah.
Zoom with surgery day.
And another thing, guys, if y'all have ideas and stuff, post them in the group. You know, um, I don't think it has to just be June or July, Christmas, and
Mm-mm.
it could be Christmas in whatever.
We could do
Somebody might
whatever.
be, yeah, somebody might be on vacation, home or whatever, the weekend or whatever. Hey, I want to work on so and so. Well, hey, let's get together.
Yep. So what's your favorite cutting tool, Miss Linda? I know you have your the scissors that you showed us that you cut your applique with. Are those your favorite applique scissors?
Yes. Now I'm gonna tell you which one I don't like, and I believe I was gifted a few of them when I first got my 4x4. I don't like that one with that lip on it.
Oh, the
Um,
duckbill scissors.
yeah, yeah, we could never be in the same room together. Hello, unbiased.
Oh, she said I
We
was
could
stupid
never be.
again.
Yeah, yeah, we can't never be in the same room together. Now I have that one. Now there is another one, Miss Shawn, that I like. I call it Springy. Miss Shawn, I know you know what I'm talking about. Where they at? I call them Springy, Miss Shawn. They like a Springy.
Oh, you
Uh,
talking about snips? Some snips?
yes, I like them. I like them. One of
Okay,
my
come on, you can
LEM
say
sisters
hello.
sent me two of those when I first got my machine when I was in Florida. But I like them too. But
Yeah.
they don't get like these ones get. Hey, honey girl. Hey,
Say hey
girl.
y'all. Say I heard y'all earlier, and I've been trying to get up here. She been patting me on my thigh, like hello. Like, I know you see me. She was like, "Oh my
Maya
god.
says she's driving.
All right, girl, be safe out there." She out there in them shopping streets, getting them Mother's Day sales. Honey,
Hmm.
don't be acting like you don't see the people now. You see Miss Linda? Say, "Hey, Miss
Yeah,
Linda."
she acting funny, but you probably don't pat
Mhm.
her too much.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. All right, hop down.
So let me ask you a few questions.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your favorite scissor? I only want
Um.
two. I only want two. Just
Okay. My little
what's your
green
favorite
guys.
applique?
So my applications are all downstairs, and I don't have
Okay.
any up here.
Okay.
But these are my favorite scissors. Like my Kai scissors
Hmm.
are these little things just get in everything. Like they so sharp. They are so sharp. I love these. So this is my favorite. And you see I have my little thing on there. So I actually have these hanging off of me. And they cut everything. And they super sharp. They have perforated little teeth. So when I'm trying to cut minky or any of that stuff, I can go underneath it, and they are freaking amazing. The other ones, if I had to make another choice, I guess would probably be my rotary cutter. Um,
Okay, so is that the Martelli?
no, it's the Creative Grips one.
Okay.
And Imma
As you
tell you
know,
why I like it better. So I do use my Martelli one, but Imma tell you why I like the Creative Grids more, now. So Creative Grids is weighted, so it's more weighted now, and so what that means is it's heavier, so I don't have to push down hard, it literally just rolls through. Now, I do like my Martelli for the ergonomics of it, and it does help with the wrist, so if I've been cutting a lot, I use this, but for the most part, I use these, and so I'm gonna do some cutting today, and I'll cut with both of them. Now, Imma tell you though, you can tell when your blades are dull, because these puppies will start dragging your fabric,
hmm hmm
and if you don't have a rotary cutter, you should have one. Like any new sewist, quilter, whatever you're making, you should have a rotary cutter. The reason why is because when you're trying to cut fabric, and if you're trying to cut fabric, and these are a pair of pinking shears, but if you're trying to cut fabric with a um with scissors to get it like aligned and lined up and all of that, it's gonna be wonky. You're not gonna be able to cut properly unless now see if you had one of those tables like they have at Joann's where they got that dip in there and you going down a straight line, that's different. But just on a regular cutting mat, no, it's hard to do. So you should have a rotary cutter. A rotary cutter is very good to have. Did it stop, Miss Linda? You're on mute.
okay, we just got we was just you was just dragging. I'm sitting here moving and then you stopped for a little while and everything, but it's okay. Let me ask you this. What's your
Hmm.
favorite what's your favorite which one of your favorite irons you like to use? What's your favorite? What's your number one, number two?
So my Panasonic 360 iron is my number one, and then my number two is my Tula Pink little iron. So I don't, you know, what's let me tell you. So one of the things that I think, especially in quilting, I've not found the iron that doesn't spew out some type of rust over time. So my Tula Pink iron does not get water at all. And then my other one, no worries, Dunzo, welcome in. My Panasonic iron, I have put water in it, but I've because now that I'm doing a lot more handbags, I need to have iron. I mean, I need to have water in it to steam my what's it called? My Decoville heavy. So the
Okay.
Decoville needs to steam. And so because of that, I've been putting water in my 360 iron. I'd like to find me one of those old school. Remember
Yeah.
that iron that's it's just the iron. It doesn't have a water reservoir, nothing. It's like a black
Mhm.
handle, just the
And
iron.
it
I'd
gets
love to
real
find me
hot.
one of those. It gets
Yep,
real
my
hot.
grandmother has that, and it gets real, real hot.
Yeah, I would
That's
love
the
to find
kind.
one of those.
That's the kind you hit somebody upside their head. Clunk. I'm just saying.
You could throw it. You definitely could throw it. It's like me trying to throw knives. Like I could throw that. But yes, yes. So I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite iron for sure. I only have those two up here. So I mean, that's all I use is either the Tula Pink or the 360.
Okay, so which one of your embroidery machines you prefer to work with?
Hmm. I like my brother 10 needle. But I mean, my 15 needle runs, like I've been having they were all running today. Like today, last night, night before last, all week, the embroidery machines have been making their money. So like they do what they do.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Okay, girl.
Yeah. So what about so now when we are quilting and all of that, do you have a stiletto? Trying to
Are
remember
you
what it
talking?
is, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about you talking to me? You see, I'm stuttering,
Yes.
right?
Yes. This. Do you have one of
Um.
these?
Yeah. Yes, I do have a stiletto. Where is she at? I do have a stiletto. Yes, ma'am.
Yep, yep, exactly. So now the stilettos help you with a lot. So a lot of times this can help with embroidery, it can help with quilting because when you're trying to keep your hands out of the way, but you still
Hmm.
want to hold something down, you can use a
Hmm.
stiletto for that.
Yep.
But the stiletto's also good for helping to guide fabric underneath the
That's my machine. Hmm.
underneath your foot. Now, I think, as a new quilter, it's really good to have a walking foot. Like, I think that's probably one of the other notions. It's actually a machine part, but really good to have.
Well, one came with my. I
Which
didn't
one?
know what it was, but one came with my new sewing machine. Yes,
And
and
it
I
look when
like
you
it,
get
and
ready
it
to.
glides right over there, Miss Shawn. No problem.
Yes, no problem. It pulls that thick fat. Like when you get ready to do the stitch in
Yes,
the ditch
ma'am.
with this baby quilt here,
Uh,
put that walking foot on there. It's gonna go right on under there. There's no pushing. There's no dragging. Your machine don't sound like it's about to die. None of that.
yep, you are so right. You're right, and
Because
it does. I mean, it's wow. It's just so much better. So
you
much
could
better.
tell the difference. Because you think about it. If you don't have a walking
Yep.
foot on there, you putting all that thick material on there, it's gonna be like a car trying to start. It's gonna try
Yeah.
to die. Like it's like the
Yep.
machine about to die.
Sound like a
The
god
machine
doggone
is
U-Haul coming down the road with no tires.
It sounds bad. Like, what is going on? So yes, that's very important. So now I do have picking shears. Do you have picking shears?
No.
I hear a
Hold on.
lot of people.
Show
So
me
I
this
hear
one.
a lot of people. They're the ones with the little. They look like they zigzag.
I got the whole kit from Michael's a few years ago. These scissors have
Hey,
all
Miss
kind of
Evelyn.
decoration, but I ain't never messed with it. Hello, Miss Evelyn.
So let me
I
tell
never
you,
messed with it.
people always talk about the fact that their picking shears don't cut. There are horrible pinking shears out there, but these right here, they cut. Like people talk about how the fact that pinking shears won't cut, but mine do. They cut. I didn't go all the way up to the top, but they cut. So these came from my Secret Santa, but they cut.
Hmm.
Um, pinking shears are good to have if you are trying to cut something where you want to just, not have it fraying and all of that. So it helps to prevent some of that. And if you're doing like a bag and you want the edges, you can do that. TB says Pika shears are a must, and Miss Patricia says she's had hers. She's had hers for years. So yeah,
Yeah, I have it. I don't have any of them like y'all got, but yeah.
yeah, the Pika
Okay.
shears definitely work. What else is one of your favorite tools that you like to use when you're quilting or sewing?
Well, I got my scissors.
What about rulers? Do you have a ruler you like?
Yeah, I like Fisker. Is this Fisker? I think it's Fisker. I like this one from Fisker. Um,
Is it really? Is it Fisker?
I think this is Fisker.
Look at the bottom.
Yes, ma'am,
Something
it
on the.
is. It's
Okay.
right there
Okay.
behind my tape. I
Mhm.
got this from Walmart. It was on discount, and then I saw it again on discount, and I got another one. But I like this one. But I would
Yeah.
love to learn to use the one with the slits in it that I caught. I think it was a mess up at Joann's, but I caught it for a few dollars. I got a big.
So
Is it a 12 by 12?
you're talking about your June Taylor.
Yes, I got that ruler, and I love it.
Okay. Well, we can look at that today. Actually, I mean, I can pull mine down. I got one, and we
Miss
can look at
Evelyn,
it. Hey, Miss
where I
Evelyn.
missed you.
Oh, she said hers is so okay. So Miss Jennifer said that hers are clips. Her favorites clips. Miss Patricia said hers is her marking pen, and Miss Patricia said she has that ruler as well.
Yeah, I like it. When I went down to Texas, um, I didn't know about these grippy things, and I was kind of concerned about that. Well, I found these grippy things in a big pack down there, and now my ruler doesn't move. It doesn't do nothing.
Mhm.
Not only that, in quilting, since you asked, I
Mhm.
try my best to use my thingy majig.
Yep.
Try to get it online. You know how my system, my machine is.
Mhm.
And I also do. I agree with you, Miss Jennifer. I like the clips too. The clips, the longer ones, even the ones you put in your hair.
Yeah. Yes. Let me tell y'all these things right here. Yes, they help. So these are the ones you put in your hair. You get from a beauty salon store. They got them now in rose gold and all kinds of things. But yeah, these are really good. Now I also just got some little ones for my bags. So these right here come from Jackson Low. But when I tell you these suckers are strong and grippy, oh my God. They are really strong. And they don't cost a lot. Like think I got 45 for $8 or something like that. It wasn't a lot. She said I
Let me
need
shift.
grips on the back of my rulers. It shifts when cutting. Yes, ma'am.
Miss Sherry, I mean Miss Sherry, Lord Jesus, I'm sorry, Miss Jennifer. When you get them, they come like the little round dot, round ones, and then like in that middle, I notice people throw that middle piece away. Don't do that. You could take those little dots that's inside of these circles, and you
Mhm.
can also use that on your ruler. So don't throw that part away. But yes, ma'am. I mean, honey, it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere, and
So
it
let me
come in
tell
a
you,
pack. Mm-hmm.
the suction cup handle, it's okay, Miss Patricia. Like I have that, and I'll show you. I'll grab it because it's
They say you
over
get it
on the
from
other
Walmart.
table.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss
But
Joy.
hey, Miss Joy, welcome in. So it is really interesting because you have to press it down and you have to hold it. So it kind of does something different. I also have the Martelli one that has the slits in it that literally you just cut by the lines, but that makes it not move as well. And I think I saw something from Angie. Angie, she said I bought that to help with a line in my sewing, not working for me. Sure, it's an error. So which one? What did you buy? She says, help align my sewing.
No.
Was it? Oh. I know what she's talking about. The guide. This guide. So here's the thing with the guide. If your machine is plastic, the problem is if there's not enough metal, it's not gonna stick. So there's two things that I actually thought about. So you know, hmm, I need to try
What?
that. So,
Welcome back, Miss Ann.
you can buy like a strip of metal. I mean, strip of a magnetic strip. You can buy like those thin magnetic strips.
Hmm.
And technically, you can put it on the top of your machine where if it can come down low, so it needs to come down like a long line, and you put it on your one. Like I would put it somewhere near like the 5 on the machine, and then you can put this closer to. your 1/4 because now you got it coming down. I'll show you when I'll take a piece of paper and demonstrate what I'm saying here in a minute. Miss Patricia said she saw a video that showed where you can purchase the suction. Oh, okay, that's the one. I suction cup shower handle. I have that one. Okay.
They say they
Um,
have them at Walmart, but I haven't seen them in Walmart.
yes, ma'am. We're talking about the True Grips, and where are they? I have a pack right here. And there's also Grip Ease that you can use as well. Mm, I just had them because I was showing them last Sunday. I thought, yeah, they're called these are called quilt ruler grips. So these are the grips, and they're long strips that can go on there, and they make them in dots. They do make grip dots. And then you have the spray that's called Grippy that you literally spray on the back of your ruler, and it does the same thing as this does. Yep. The only difference, this has a little bit of residue, but you just have to let it dry. So you have to let it dry once you spray it. But it definitely stays.
You know me, I ain't spraying nothing.
Yes,
Give me my
ma'am.
give me my true grips.
Yes, yes. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch us over to the other camera so people can see what you're doing over there. And then I'm gonna go to my table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rotaries. Where are they? Make sure they're closed because I be playing with my So safety first. You got to make sure they're closed.
Double-sided tape should hold it in place. It's only used as a guide for your fabric. Miss Ann, thank you. I miss you too.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go on the other side over here. Um, let's see, Miss Linda, you still? Yep, there go your machine. I was making sure your machine was still there. I'm gonna pull this down, and Miss Linda, you tell me. I'm gonna get some fabric because I was actually gonna cut out a pattern because I need to cut a bag. But let me show y'all since I got the camera over here. Let me show y'all this ostrich.
Oh
So
wow.
so this is the ostrich leather for those hold on, I need a little bit more light over here for the suspenders that I'm gonna make. I think that's a little bit better. Can you see it better now? That
Yes,
light's
ma'am. You
better.
can see. Yes,
Okay. So
yes.
this is the ostrich. It has all the it's really, really bumpy. It's got all the bumps on it and all of that. So but that's the color of it. Um for that gentleman's and once I start making those, ooh, I cannot wait. And I had bought some faux ostrich from Simply Classics because I gotta
That's
do
cute.
something. These would probably be mine. I'm gonna make them, but I needed to use something that's close to real so that when I get ready to sew it, the material is kind of close because I want to be able to handle it and make sure that it's going to be right. But that's what I'll be doing this week. So let's take a look. Let me grab some fabric, and we're going to take a look. The one that I have, Miss Linda, this is the Creative Grids one, but it has all it has all the slots, and if you have the smaller one, it really works the same. And so I should be able to show you how that works. Let me get some fabric that you'll be able to see all the lines. So let's grab some black.
Hello, Christian. Welcome in. Um,
Um,
Nothing, Christy.
all right, I want to do a color that when I put it under here, you'll be able to see this better. It might be better to do white. Let me see. Yeah, let me do white. Because I want you to be able to see it, or maybe blue. I got some blue. Let's do a blue over here. Now, here's the problem that I'm about to have because I am one of those people that before I cut my fabric, I need to press it. So I'm going to turn on my iron because I do not like cutting wrinkle fabric because you don't get, it's not the true color. Let me see how this is going to look. So you'll be able to see this blue. Yeah, this is better. And you'll be able to see the line. So let me turn on the iron and I will iron a piece. I'm going to cut some off of this because this is 3 yards. And I'm just going to cut some off so I can show you how to use this ruler. And there's quite a few rulers which I think are good, but let me tell you, as a new quilter or a new person sewing, you don't need all those rulers. You just need a few. Like literally you don't need all those rulers. You need one ruler where you can cut one that's at least on the 24-inch side. I'm going to lay this somewhere so I can cut this. And you need one ruler that's on like a 6-inch side. So this would be a 24-inch side ruler. Let me do this. Let me move you. I apologize. I'm going to move this back just a little bit because I want you to be able to see everything that I'm doing. Judge my floor not. What she says she can't wait to find out what the word of the week. Oh, good
Miss
night, Miss
Ann, don't
Jennifer.
be. Good night. Good night, Miss Jennifer.
Okay.
Miss Ann, don't be on punishment this week.
Okay, so I'm using this because I wanted you all to see this blade here needs to I need to replace this blade. It is not cutting. It is not cutting at all. Um it's dragging my fabric. So I have to replace that blade. When you don't have a good blade in your rotary, and one of the things when you're cutting like this, you actually have to walk your hands, and it's just to hold it, make sure it holds in place. You don't want to move your hand off of it because if you do that, then you're going to push it. Now, because I'm down here, all I do is just slide it, line it back up with my line. I'm telling y'all, I'm already crooked because I didn't look down here at the bottom. Oh. Oh, I didn't push it down hard enough. Oh, please. Let's go back. There we go. All right. And so safety is very important. So if you have one of those rotaries where you have to move something in order to expose the blade, move it back before you start doing anything else, because if you forget, then you could potentially cut yourself. And that's not cool. All right. I put my fabric is on these comic board strips. And so I'm about to put it back on there. We're still waiting on the iron to get hot. Miss Linda, so what is it stitching out now? Is that the border you're doing now?
Yes, ma'am. I have one, two. I have I think two more borders, and then I get the around the edge, around the outside done, and then that's it. Okay, Miss Joy, hey, beautiful. I'm just in the bushes preparing for going on after you guys. All right, Miss
Okay.
Joy. My grandkids say, don't forget to close the blade, Grandma. Yep, don't
Yep.
forget to close the blade, Grandma.
That's right. You gotta keep that blade closed. Don't want no mishaps. All right. So the thing that Miss Patricia was talking about with the suction cup is right here. Is this. And so literally it pops up It has these suction cups on here, and then you put it on the ruler, and it's normally for the bigger ruler, but then you push it down, and now you can hold it. So like how I was holding it with my hand and walking it, you literally hold it like this, and you can slide it still. That's how I was taught to do it, because I actually had this first. But if you look like on mine, the Creative Grids one, it has the dots on the back for the grippies. But this does work. You just have to, it started getting in my way, but I use it with my bigger ruler. And not so much this one here. But this is what she's talking about. And this is how you unsuction it. And then it has a little tab here that you just pull up on the side and it comes right up. But I think I've had this about 10 years. But it was one of the first things I bought because people were telling me I needed the suction cup handle. But that's how you got it. Miss Beverly said she got hers from Walmart. I think no, I think mine may have come from Joann's. All right. Now I'm gonna go iron this and I'll be right back so we can look at so the ruler that Miss Linda has is by June Taylor. Mine is Stripology, but they work exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that I like to do is I like my fabric to be flat, because when you're trying to line it up and do all the other stuff, having wrinkled fabric, that's not going to work, especially when you're trying to quilt. You need that fabric as flat as you can get it. So that way you can definitely cut it properly. And there's also things that happen like when you cut your fabric and all of a sudden now you got like some wavy stuff in there. I need some starch. Let's see. Where my flatter at? Over here. Oh, I'm low on all the starches, say. I need to make an order. All right, there we go. So, Miss Linda, once you get done with that, is that the last part from before you put the back on there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's the last piece, and then I would like to go try to see if I can find get the boy one and do that one. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, how long, if you had to do that in one setting, how long do you think it would take?
If I didn't have to split the two biggest files,
Mm-hmm.
I would say I could do this in 5 hours.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna add. I'm gonna say 6 hours with the backing.
Okay. So now let me ask you this, because technically you could have put the backing on there, right?
I could
Or
have did it.
does
I could.
Juju
I could
not
have did
allow
it
you to do
all in one.
cool?
Yeah,
Okay.
I could. I could have did all that, but my thing is, when you get ready to, you know, when you put your fabric down, whatever, before
Mm-hmm.
you even start embroidering, you should do the background. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Do the
Mm-hmm.
background, stickling, whatever y'all want to call it. But yeah,
Yeah, because I was wondering, like, does she tell you to, is it supposed to be a stitch as you go quilt? I mean, a quilt as you go quilt where you have all three pieces?
no,
Okay.
no, ma'am, I didn't see that in the
Okay.
pictures.
But I don't know if they showed the back right. Picture as you go.
Yeah, picture as you go. I ain't seen that in the picture as you go. Mm.
Okay. All right, I'm almost done, guys. I'm not going to cut the whole thing. I just want to be able to show you how to use the ruler, because the ruler is so cool. Like, it is very cool. And each one of the rulers have a different thing that you can do with them, which is one of the things I actually love about the rulers. I'm just trying to get this flat. It's some wrinkle material, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. This is so here's the other thing. So if you think about how much prep did you have to do, Miss Linda? Because think about like what you're working on, right? So your quilt, with all the applique, did you pick the pieces that you wanted to match with it as you went along, or did you prep to do it before?
So I got the pink boat out and I got the yellow boat out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had that pack from Walmart, the pink, the green, the purple, the yellow, and red.
Okay.
But I don't think the red. No, the red didn't come in this color, but I did add red.
Okay.
All I had to have them, and I made sure all sheets was ironed real good before I
Mm-hmm.
went to go start the applique. And I just did. I put them all on the USB, and I just did them step one by one. By I just drew the piece of paper,
Okay.
and I did. Well, I should be on the hour, but one, then two, three, then four. Then I went down here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and now I'm doing the outside. I did all the four hearts already.
Okay.
I did all four of the hearts already, right there. Those are already done. And I'm just finishing up this part, and that's it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna cut a piece off of here because where are we? Okay, we are 7 o'clock.
Mhm.
I was looking at the time. Okay. So now I'm going to do a couple of things. So if you watch the video from last week, we talked about on the grain, off the grain, with the grain, all of that on the bias. Um, that video talks about some of that stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn it over here where I can see my salvage. I'm going to put my salvage edge right up against there. I'm going to fold this in half because you can. All right. Now, I got it folded in half. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring over my ruler. With this particular ruler, there's a couple of things to know. So let me see if I can bring you in closer, 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 closer. Okay. So with this ruler, there are, hold on, I'm trying to make sure you can see. Let me move some stuff out the way because this sucker's pretty big. So it's backing up to my computer. But let me do this and hold on. Just trying to take out that light in the middle. Okay. I think, is that a little bit better? Can you guys see better? Okay. So this is my, yep. Okay. So this is my 0. So this is the 0 mark. Can you see better, Miss Linda, or no? Okay. So there's a couple of things on this ruler. So on this ruler, we have stars and squares. The stars signify 1.5 cuts. So if I'm starting here at 0, every place I see a star would be a 1.5 cut. Then there are the squares, which is right here. There's a little square on the ruler. Every place I see a square is a 2.5 inch cut, which makes it really well if you're going to do strips. Like if you were going to make 2.5 inch strips, then I would cut on my square here, square here, square here. So you would just keep cutting on the squares. Now, let me do one more thing. So with this ruler, with that particular ruler, which is the stripology ruler, um, they have actual ruler stickers that are reusable. Um, and for those of us like myself who are visual, these rulers come in, I mean, these stickers come in so handy, and it just depends on what you're working on. So they have different colors. So I'm going to use yellow so we'll be able to see. And what I want to do is I'm gonna mark here every place there's 2.5 inches. So I like making strips. So we're gonna make some strips tonight. And so what I'm doing is I'm just marking. Now I can see these squares, but if for some reason I was getting off or tired at night, it's another help. So I'm gonna go all the way here to 5. And so this is where I would be making. Ooh, that's a little. And they re-stick, so you don't have to be afraid of them. They come right back. You can move them, put them back on there. Just keep going. You don't have to worry about it. So they come up. They go. You put them back on the paper, like I put mine back on the paper, and you reuse them. They are very reusable. All right. So here's the first thing I like to do. So there are a couple lines over here that signify your 1/4 inch seam. So there's a line right here. My first dotted line shows my 1/4 inch seam. But anytime I'm getting ready to start with my fabric, what I like to do, because I don't move it, but when I don't move this, I just leave it here. It just lays where it's going to lay. So I take this corner, and there's a corner right here at my 0, and I lay it off the edge. I don't want it on the actual edge because I want to cut that off first. And that's going to start me off with a perfect seam. So what I do is I have this in my edge right here. This is my 0 mark, my first square, and I'll just cut straight up. And so there's a little teardrop is what I call it right here. And all I do is take my blade, put it in the teardrop, and just push it up. So now I'm not moving the fabric. I'm just going to slide that off. And it's perfectly fit inside of my box now that that's off. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my first strip. And my first strip is right here at 2.5 inch because that's what size strips we're making. And all I'm doing is that. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to make the next one. Put your thing into your teardrop and just roll up. Now, because this is a self-healing mat, it's okay if I go all the way up to the top. Doesn't matter. Now, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to slide these out. And they both should be 2.5 inches. And if I put them here and I measure them here on the white line, so 0, and they're both at the 2.5 inch mark. And so now I have a perfect strip. I got 4 actually because I moved it in half. I cut them in half. So now these could be ready for binding. All right, questions, Miss Linda?
I will tell you one thing. I will say, you asked me about the rulers. I really like my birthday gift. They haven't owned up to it yet, but someone sent me the Trimmers by George.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got those for my birthday, and I like that. I really do. I like it.
Yeah. So what about questions on this? Because this is the same ruler that you have. Or similar. Yours is similar, very similar. I think you're on mute.
I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was asking, do you have any questions about this ruler, like yours?
Well, yes, but it's not like yours got all that line and stuff. Mine. This is mine, Miss Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. That's why it's still in the pack on the wall. I don't get it.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
we'll
I,
have to look
I
at it
understand.
because it should be really close to this one. Because like I think you have you have the main line that starts at 0. Do you see that on it?
Well, you got this down here, Miss Shawn. It's gonna
So
be hard
you
to
got to
see.
take it out the pack. First, you got to take it out the
I
pack.
know, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have a 0. It have 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. Oh, but that's why it says perfect half square and quarter square triangles. Duh, Linda.
Oh, okay. Okay, you have the quarter square one. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes
Okay.
sense. But I'm telling you, so I think, yeah, so we'll have to look at that one because I haven't seen that one. That's a cool one.
And then here's the puzzle on the back. Let me see if I can get that. You see it?
Ooh,
That's
yes. You can make some really nice triangles with that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. But this is so now let me tell you guys, if I wanted to make the same strips, you can do it all through here. Like that would be so easy. You can do the same thing with your AccuQuick Go. I'll take these off later. Um, you can do the same thing with your AccuQuick Go, or you can do the same thing with your Scan and Cut. So it
Yes, they
all
scan and cut. Yeah.
but I'm telling you, the rulers with the slits are really they become very easy. But here's the thing, if you don't have a slit and you have a ruler, then you could do the same thing. Now, what you do want to have is a self-healing mat. Now, one of the things I like to do is I always like to line my fabric up. I don't know why, but I've always started because sometimes I just feel like I don't cut right, which is user error. But I always like to line my fabric up and make sure I'm looking at the line down here, and then I look at the line that's way up here at the top. Ooh, oh boy, camera malfunction. Hold on one second, guys. I literally knocked it off the table. Like, oh God. Okay, it really came off like it's loose. See if I can get it. I apologize for the motion. I'm trying to put it back on here. Honey is running away like I don't know what she doing.
Run, honey. Run for your life.
That's what it looked like. She like, I'm out of here, dude. I don't know what you doing. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to stay. It's like my thing got oh man. It is the screw got messed up.
Uh-oh. Can you get it?
I'm trying. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull it back through. Oh, you know what? What else do I have over here? Hold on. All right. Yep. Nope. Mm-mm. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me switch the camera. Oh boy. I mean, I know I did that because all right. Let's see. I'm gonna have to take this down because to pull the whole computer down. Okay. So let me see if this will work. Trying to use the computer camera now. Sort of, kind of. Not the overhead view.
You can still see. You can still see.
Okay. So the one thing that I like to do is I like to find the point up top. Oh, you know what? Let me push it over or at an angle so you can see this part. There we go. So I like to find the point up top. So on my mat, there is the numbers are here, down here, and at the very top because this mat is pretty big. And so I line it up again. I'm gonna tell you what this tells me, and then I'm gonna cut this piece.
How can you cut back like that? I'm scared I'm gonna cut my wrist off. You
Ah,
know, you're holding it and then you're coming back this way.
yes, ma'am.
Not gonna work for me.
Well,
Mm-mm.
okay. So here's the other thing I could have done. So like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm able to write with both hands too, but so
Mm-mm. I can't do that.
like I could have just flipped it over and did it from here, like literally lined it up right here on this line. And so you have to do what's comfortable for you, and then just went up like that because that's the same as cutting it. And then if you want to, you literally could just flip the other side
Mhm.
and cut the same. And so all I'm doing is lining it up with this line on the mat and cutting it. And so now let me cut this side. Look, since I'm cutting, I might as well cut all four sides. That way we got an even square.
Mhm. So do you like while you cutting that, let me ask you, I'm quite
Hmm.
sure you have a trimmer by George. Do you like it?
I do. I actually love it, especially when you're doing thicker things.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. And I have the first trimmer by George before they had gotten patent. So I have the first one. I have the 2.0. And I've had this for years too. I might need to get another one because I think I got a little warp. But this is the trimmer by George. It has this lip
Yes.
on it, and this lip is what helps you. So you put literally, I can do the same thing I just did there. And what happens is I will put this lip right on the line where I wanted to cut, where I want to cut. And
Mm-hmm.
then you just hold it. Same thing.
Yeah, I love it.
But you know what though? That's the other thing. You need the 65 for this. So
Okay.
this is a 45. So this is a 45 inch. But for this, you need the 60. I think it's 60 or 65. And see,
Yeah, I
because this
like it.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's very easy. My blade sucks right now. I need to change it. Um, but this is how I know I need a new blade because this thing is dragging. And so I need to. This is the LDH blade, but I need to get me some titanium blades for this one. But yeah, it's a really good thing, especially when you're cutting like what you're about to do. And if you had to trim off some of that, like if you wanted to trim off
I
some of
did.
that bulk in the
Mm-hmm.
back, this is the best
Mm-hmm.
thing to use for that.
Yeah.
And Trim by George also has some really good lines. If you were gonna make triangles and things, you could actually do your triangles in here as well.
Okay.
Um, so it is I love it. I like the ruler. I mean, I've used it a lot. You see, I warped it, but I got to figure out how to get it back straight because I really do have a warp right there. But I've used this
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, I like it. Um, I really like it.
So now we have a perfect square, and let's lay it down over here. So I know, I don't know if you guys were in Unbiased's live. One of the things on most quilting rulers, most 90% of your quilting mats, if it is a mat for quilting, it will have the quilting squares.
Hmm.
It's for squaring up. And they're on the mat. I think all of my mats, because I have all quilting mats, all of my mats have this. So here, since I don't have a perfect square, I almost got a rectangle is what it looks like. But you can see that if I looked at it if I put it on this line, it's 100%. They're straight. I mean, it's straight. It's just not a straight 12 or a straight 10. This might be like a 10 point. Yeah, it's like a 10. 10 on this side and almost 12 over here.
Hmm.
But this is how, like, if you were trying to square up your quilt, or if you were
Hmm.
squaring up your blocks, like if you guys were doing those blocks for Miss Joy and you're going to do a 10 and a half, you can literally come here and do your 10 and just find your half right here, which would be your half mark. Um, so you could definitely square your quilt blocks up faster right here. And then this is also a good way to uh, test your rulers. Like if you have a good mat which you trust, like a Fiscus or an Omni Grid mat like this, um, and you decide you want to test your other rulers that you may have gotten off of Amazon or something, you don't know if it's right or not, then you could try them by putting them right there. And so this is my 4-inch ruler, and it has a 1/4 inch all the way around. And so once I line it up with my corners and the 1/4 inch outside of it, it has is for 4 inches. Same for this one. So I will line it up. This is 8.5-inch ruler.
So what mat is this that you have? Because Miss Patricia says I think I have that design on the back of my cutting mat.
This
None of
is
my mats
Martelli.
have that. Okay.
This is the
Yeah, none of mine.
Martelli.
Okay.
So this is Martelli. The Cricut mat should have it, Miss Linda.
That big mat is over there. That's the huge
Yeah.
one. I think that's 40.
It's probably 36 by 34.
No, it's 35 by something. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
for sure.
so it probably has it on there. The Cricut mat does have those. Fiscus also has this too. But yeah. So these are like my favorite cutting tools that I use on a regular. And let me show you. So there's Martelli, and once you decide that this is something you love, you want to do, and you start investing more, because let me tell you, anything in this space is an investment. So you have to know that it is an investment. So you don't need all this stuff when you first start out. If I was just starting out, you need a long ruler, and I would get either this one is the 2.5 inch. I got this because at the time I didn't have my AccuQuilt Go, and I could make strips just with this, like, because it's 2.5 inches wide. I can roll some strips through it. And then I would also have either something as big as this 8 or a 12, because you want to be able to square up. When your mats get cooler, trust the lines exactly. So let me tell you something else. Do not iron, if I can give you any advice. Do not iron on your cutting mat. That is like detriment to the cutting mat, because you will warp it. Now your lines may not be so straight anymore, and it's no longer user error. You messed up the mat. So the mat is very important. So you gotta be able to not do that. So do not iron on your mat. Let me put these away and then I'll come back over. All right, Miss Linda, what else we got? What else we got for today?
That's it. That's it for me.
All right. So I was gonna cut out a bag with you guys, but since my overhead has had a problem, only cut on your cutting mat. Exactly, Christian. Do not iron on your cutting mat. The best thing
Okay.
to have for your cutting mat, I mean, for your ironing, is some type of wool mat. Those are really good. Or an ironing board. You can have the regular ironing board if you like. Like, ironing boards are okay. There's nothing wrong with ironing boards.
It's 30 of us in here and only 22 likes. Come on, y'all.
Oh yeah, please hit the thumbs up.
Only come
So
on
the
here. Okay.
the bag that I'm going to cut out later on is this bag right here. It's a
Is that
cute
leather?
look. It will be. It's gonna be a nice
Mhm.
tote.
Okay, girl.
It's gonna be a cutie patootie tote. And then I have my suspenders
Mm-hmm.
that I have to cut. So I have to cut suspenders tonight and a tote. And I have
You're
to
gonna
make
be
another
busy.
bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna be busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Any questions? Anybody have questions? Thank you all for joining us. I'm super excited. I hate my overhead started acting up. I will make sure that's fixed later. I don't know what happened to, well, I know what happened. I moved it to lower it down, and that's what happened. As you all can see, the beautiful quilt is still on the long arm. but I'm planning to get it updated this week. So I have to get the long arm updated. I just got to go on the site and download because I had so many orders, and that's actually a gift that I'm giving. So orders come before gifts, especially if
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving them.
Mm-hmm.
So got to get my orders out. And so that means I got to get this bag done. I got to get these suspenders done and all the embroidery that I did this week. I got to get it done. But I did want to show y'all something. So I found my very first quilt block. I found
Uh-oh.
it and I want to show you guys because it is
Yes.
still one of the cutest things I've ever done. And I have all the rest of the stuff to make the rest of the blocks. I just haven't had a chance to do it because work has been getting to me. All right, so I
Mm-hmm.
am going to come off of here. And
Did she
I'm
come?
going to come.
Oh, okay.
Ma'am, oh no, I'm
I
still
thought you
here.
knocked yourself out. Okay.
Oh no, ma'am, I closed that one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I closed it. So I want to show you all my first quote block. Um, ooh, the wrong thing. Sorry. Here we go. All right, this is my first quote block.
Okay, girl.
I know, and it was in the hoop.
Oh. Mm-mm. Okay,
I
girl.
know. So it did. We did all the things. This was one of. Remember, I told y'all I saw Miss Ann from Anna's Applique. This is
Mm-hmm.
when I used the scan and cut for the first time. This is when, I mean, you see how pretty that is? We did all the
Mm-hmm.
things on this thing, like all of the
Mm-hmm.
things.
Oh, that is cute.
And so here is the actual quilt. So this is the rest of it. And
Mm.
I have all the fabric and everything to make the rest of it. I do have everything. It's called Outside the Block. And this is these are 8x8s and you can do it all in the hoop.
Mm. That's
It's
nice.
and so here's the thing. We use a scan and cut. We cut out these little bitty squares. We cut all these
Mm.
out. Then we once we cut them all out, we pressed them on and then it was ready to go. So we did the heat and bond and all of that. But this is my very first quilt block, like literally. And this day was the same day that I bought my scan and cut almost 10 years ago. And this pattern has it has 12 blocks. It's wool and I have all my felt. I mean, I got the whole kit. Like I just need to make it. So, but this is my very first quilt block.
That's beautiful. You need to finish that.
I know. It's like I gotta find time
Yeah, I
because
understand that.
this is the block right here. So we did this one in the middle. So maybe I should just start trying to do one block, but I got all these other things. Miss Chris said she's pretty sure her first piece block ended up in the garbage. Well, I thought this was going to end up there, Miss Chris, but let me tell you, I literally had just gotten my machine. I had just gotten my embroidery machine. I had just gotten my quilting machine because I bought the two separate machines, my single needle, and so I wanted to make sure I knew how to do it. And so um this is what she did. And so it's so weird because one of the things that I was thinking about when I took the class was because all of this is black and my baby sister's favorite color is black. So I was gonna make make it for my niece. But I ended up making her a different black quilt with mushrooms on it. So, but yeah, so that's my very first quilt block. Okay. I don't think I did this when we started, but my name is Sean, and I'm with Miss Linda of Crafting Cousins. And we are here every Sunday, 6 p.m., doing something. Lately, what we wanted to start doing was we're working on things. And so, not necessarily doing a project, but working on whatever we're working on. So, you guys can see real live time. I mean, in real life, what are you working on today? So, you get to see what we're working on as we're doing it. Now, we will have some projects like we talked about. Christmas in July, and we talked about doing a panel. So those are things that we will do together with you all. But because we do run a small bit, we run small businesses, so we want to just bring you along on the journey. So like tonight,
Mm-hmm.
after Miss Joy goes live, after her live, I may end up popping back on because I'm going to be working on the laser, and I'll be out at the big laser because I have sewing room signs to cut, and so
Mm-hmm.
I'll be cutting those so I can get those in the mail for tomorrow. But yeah, so we wanted to just kind of bring you along on the journey so you can kind of see the things that we're working on. Miss Linda, you didn't see what I made last week. I'm using it. It's my little banana boat for
Yes,
my
I did because I went back and watched the live. You must didn't see my messages I put
Oh,
in
I
there.
did. I did. And I
Mm-hmm.
replied. I did reply too. I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did. And I replied. Yes. But yes, yes, yes. Any other questions? So if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't joined our wait, did yours finish already, Miss Linda?
No, it's actually it's supposed to be going to the next one, but don't judge me. Okay.
Okay. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Yes, ma'am, for my clips. For my clips. Thank you. So yes. Um You know what? So I have different rulers, right? So this ruler right here, because just gonna mention it because it's sitting here, but this is a metal ruler, and I use this with leather. So I can use my acrylic rulers with it, but because my knives are so sharp that I'm using to cut the leather, I need some metal. Need a little bit.
Madam.
m-
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I use metal. So this is why this ruler's sitting right here because I use it when I'm cutting leather. And then the block you see right here is a piece of marble, and it's what I use when I'm beating the leather because sometimes you have to hammer the leather to make it smaller. And um and then for like setting rivets and also cutting. So I can even cut on here because it's a piece of granite. I mean, yeah, granite. It's granite. And it's heavy as crap. So when I first put it up here, I ain't move it no more. Like, this is gonna stay right there. It's where it's at. Because that thing's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It is very heavy. I'm like, holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Well, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. And I want to make sure that you all got your questions answered. And we talked about the notions that are, just things that you should have. Don't go out there trying to buy up the world right now because this business hobby is very expensive. So you have to make sure. Like I let my jobs pay for other things. So yes. All right. Any other questions before we go, Miss
Thank
Linda?
you,
What
Miss
you got?
Mary.
What you got? Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Miss Mary. Nothing really. I enjoyed.
Yes, me
Um,
too.
Miss Ann, we don't have a word of the day this week. We'll try to get a word of the day next week.
Maybe ruler. I don't know. Maybe
Well, you know
ruler.
what? Yeah, we'll take that. Or Hooping Sisters. We'll take
Oh
that.
yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I am Miss Ann. I'm such a
Thank
notions
you, Miss
girl.
Patricia. Mm-hmm.
I am such a notions girl. Let me tell y'all what I did. So I don't. So in the group, I've been posting about Linda's because Linda's is really right down the street from me. Love
Mhm.
them. I took Miss Linda's over to Linda's when we went when she came to visit. The Corey and team are so good. I'm so proud of Corey. Corey has his own bird's nest set right now with
Mhm.
his name on it. I was like, oh my God, look at you, Corey. But Corey is a master at quilting. That guy can quilt. Let me just tell you, he has made some amazing quilts. And they used to be called Linda's Electric Quilts. It's a lot of people in Texas get their battings and things like that if they are long armors and stuff like that. So they do a lot of that and they're always running really good sales. So I went over there yesterday. I went over there to get some black thread for my long arm. Tell me why I walked out of there with all other because of the thread, but black. I was like, I told Miss Linda, I said, "Oh my God, I didn't get black thread. That's what I went in there for." I'm gonna show y'all what I got. Look, this is the last thing. How many likes we got? I'm gonna show them what I got.
26. 26.
Oh my God, I grasped for air. If you are on your television, if you are on your television, all you gotta do is hit the up button, and it should bring up the bar. Scroll over there and hit the thumbs up. Let me show y'all what I got because y'all see this bag, right? Ah, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Because you're Sean. That's why. That's what Miss Ann say.
I got blue.
Oh God.
I have white.
Mm,
I got brown. Absolutely no black.
mm.
Zero, zero. Oh, and I got gray.
You need to go back over there and get you some black.
Child, I'm gonna have to. I need that black in my life. But let me tell y'all what I found though,
Let me see.
because I love geometric shapes. I really do. They had this for $9.
30. 30 likes. 31
Okay.
likes. Thank you.
Thank you guys. So I bought this. This is gonna be so cute on something.
Hey, one of them
Mhm.
little wallet things or whatever you was talking about earlier.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ooh, that would a clear one, like make a clear one and have something like this as the outside. Oh my God. How cute is that? Or the lining inside of a black bag.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Something for
31
the
likes. Mm-hmm.
summer. Something
Mm-hmm.
for the summer. That would be so cute. All right, so let me tell y'all something. Um, I like kits and
Okay.
things. So one of the young ladies that I know and like, and she's on the thumbnail for today's Mother's Day video on YouTube. She came out with her latest pattern, and Corey put together a kit for it. So I bought it. I'm planning to make it. Once I make it, I'm not sure if I'm going to donate it or if I'm gonna keep it for myself. I reserve the right to keep it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
not the biggest Disney fan, but I do like Disney. But this is it. Hold on. Let me take it out the bag. I'm gonna take it out the bag.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Sensational 6.
Hmm.
Sensational 6.
Yes. And it's in the likeness of the Disney characters. Can you see
That's
them?
nice. I see it. Yes, that's nice.
It's in the likeness of all the Disney characters. Now she is a
That's all
lover
of them
of
turned
Disney. This.
backwards. They're all backwards. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I see Minnie, Daffy,
Correct.
Dummy, whatever his name is.
Goofy. You so funny.
Goofy. Yeah.
Goofy. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this young lady, her name is M.A. Couture, Mac, M.A. Couture Crafting. This is her. I can't even say second pattern because she has a whole book pattern back there. But this is her latest and greatest pattern. And she has a thing on the back which I think is really cute. It says cut with courage.
Mhm.
So take your time, cut it out, and do it. And
Mhm.
so it comes with all the label pieces and everything like that. So I think it's going to be really, really cool. She has some really cool names of everything. And then all of the matching fabrics and everything is in here.
Mm.
So I don't have to
Okay,
pick
Mickey, Donald,
anything.
Pluto, Goofy, Daisy, Minnie. Yes,
Mhm.
that looked like it's gonna be a fun one now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when you were starting to do the ladies, that lady,
Yeah, yeah. Diva,
the
Shay Shay.
diva. Mhm. Yes, the diva, the diva. But yeah, so I went in there for black thread, came out with no black thread, some material and some thread that is not
How did
black.
you do that, Miss Shawn? You got all that. How did you do that?
Squirrel. I got 100% sidetracked and was like, "Oh, I need some thread." Yeah, black never came back to mind. I walked through the It never came back to mind when I walked through the door. I'm like, "Oh my god, I need black thread for this quilt."
Okay,
Like, what?
okay. The word of the week will be black thread. Black thread.
Oh, yes, yes. So I'm like, "Oh my god." And by the way, so here's another thing. So what you see?
Get your
Oh,
friend.
Shay
Get
Shay,
your
don't
friend.
call me out. So I think a couple things, right? So when you're looking at thread, this week when I drop my quilting 101 part 2, so we're gonna go session 2 will happen this week. We will talk about like the basics, just like what you need as a basic just to start. Like cuz you don't need all this stuff I got. You don't need it. I sell my quilts. So my quilts go on a different level. So if you're just starting, you don't need all this stuff. So I will give you the basics of what you need. She says she in the bushes lies. But yes, so this week I will be dropping a video about the basics of what you need for quilting. So, guys, let me tell you, I appreciate you all. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms and dads and cousins and aunties and uncles and anybody who stepped in to do something for a child. I want you all to hang in there before we leave because I made a special outro. So you gotta listen to the outro. Y'all gotta listen to it because y'all know how I love music. I love music. I do. I do. So thank you, D Smith. And so I want to make sure. So let me tell y'all what I did find.
Happy
Downstairs
Mother's
for
Day.
my serger, I found some serger thread, black thread.
Okay. All right.
So I think I might be able to use my serger thread because, um, yep, I think I may be able to use it. I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm not gonna try it on that quilt. Try it somewhere else.
Hello,
But
Smurf.
hey, Smurfs Creations. But anything else, Miss Linda, you got for the people?
Nothing. When I finish with this, I will post it in the group. Thank y'all very much.
And if you haven't joined our group, oh, I put some more stickers on my thing this week. If you haven't joined our group, the link is down in the description. I added some more stickers to my. Y'all like my in stitches?
Mm-hmm.
So I added
Okay, girl.
some more flair to my Tumblr. And I added my favorite saying. Can you read it?
God, all things. So with God, with
All
God,
things are.
all things are possible. All
Yep,
right, girl.
we got so up there. Go so.
Hmm.
But yes. So what else? I think that's it. I think that's it. And I will put the polls in the group so we can see what it is that you would like to do. Because I think both options for July, Christmas in July, will give you an opportunity to do all the techniques that you would need to do a larger quilt, which I think is amazing. Oh, thank you, DB. My mom had us pick a saying that we would do every day before we left the house when we were young. And so that was mine. We had to pick a Bible verse. And that was mine. All things are possible. And I've been doing it ever since. Like we did that when we were kids. That, and when we leave the house, we say, bless our going out and bless our coming in when we come back in. So it's like a small prayer on the way out, on the way in. So I still do both. I don't know if she knew that, but she probably heard it here first that I still do that. Yeah. So that's it. Miss Linda, you want to show the people your quilt one more time? I don't think I did much on the live today.
Yeah, you showed us how to cut with that thing. Now I got to figure out how to cut with this one because I don't know. Gonna cut my
We'll
wrist
figure it
off.
out. Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Now I'm gonna have to buy me a wrist.
Yes, that's gonna be so cute. I can't wait till it's done. That is gonna be so cute. Yep, that is really cute. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go ahead on and get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed that one.
Okay. All right, guys.
Mama said, good to know, Sean. That's right, Miss Mary. Mama said, good to know. Hey.
Look, everybody said it's so cute. It's so cute.
Thank
That's
you.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you all
It came
very
out
much.
so good. Came out so good. All right, guys. Well, have a great rest of the week. I hope you enjoyed your time with us here. You have been enjoying your Mother's Day. And I really, really think, I had a good time too. Miss Jenny says, love that saying. Thank you, Sean and Miss Linda. This was awesome. Have a great Mother's Day evening. All right, but stick around because I think y'all gonna like the ending. You have to tell me in the comments what you think, okay? All right, have a great rest of the week and we'll talk to you later.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye.
Yeah. This Sunday, Funday is dedicated to the mothers. A garden of grace blooming in every hue. Just like the women who raise us, guide us, and love us, these roses stand tall, vibrant, and full of life. Surrounded by nature's peace, they remind us that love, like flowers, takes root, grows strong, and leaves the world more beautiful. Happy Mother's Day to every woman who has helped a child bloom. Happy Mother's Day. Today, we celebrate all the amazing women who have poured love, wisdom, and strength into the life of a child. Mothers, aunties, sisters, cousins, godmothers, bonus moms, and every caregiver who's made a difference. To the ones who show up, lift spirits, wipe tears, and give hugs that heal. Thank you. You may not wear a cape, but your superpower is love. And this world shines brighter because of you. Happy Mother's Day to all the crafty queens out there. May your bobbins always be full, Kidler, your scissors never go missing, and your laser settings be just right on the first try. To the mamas who sow joy into every stitch, who embroider love into every gift, and who laser cut their way through life with creativity and heart. You are the pattern we all follow. Enjoy your day, take a break from the seam ripper, and remember, if mama ain't stitching, nobody's stitching. Happy Mother's Day. Today, we honor every beautiful soul who has nurtured, guided, and uplifted a child. Mothers, aunties, sisters, cousins, mentors, and chosen family. To the ones who stayed up late, cheered the loudest, wiped the tears, and gave hugs that made everything better. You are the heartbeat of love and care. Whether by birth, by choice, or by role, you have shaped futures with your strength, wisdom, and grace. Thank you for showing up, for pouring love into others, and for being the light that guides the way. You are celebrated today and always. Thank you for joining this Sunday Fun Day and sharing your time with us. We appreciate you all home thanks to our support system, men and women. This night we know you could be anywhere else, but you are sharing your time with us. Thank you for joining Sunday Funday.